Hello everybody! Welcome to a wonderful little Sunday fun day. And of course, as I told y'all way back when, we're going to do American Assassin.
Because nobody wanted to see Mother.
Yeah, I really don't want to see Mother. I might catch it later this week. It'll depend if I'm feeling up to it. It's not that I'm feeling under the weather or anything, just I've heard so much mixed crap about Mother. And not only that, but I am not a Darren Aronofsky fan. Like, I watched Black Swan. I was amazingly unimpressed by it. I'm like, okay, why are people confused by this? Yes, she's insane. But it's a really, really boring movie is the problem. It's like Darren Aronofsky going, look, I'm unique and different. It's literally just 2.5 hours of him jerking off on screen. I think it's only actually 2 hour long movie, but still. So maybe Mother will come about, maybe it won't. But instead I want to go see the Vince Flynn novelization. How about we call it that? But pretty much this is based on a Vince Flynn novel of the same name, American Assassin. Which I've actually been looking forward to since it's all trailers. Joy's not full of good words today. All the wrong words. So, well, of course, then, start with Megan. So, what do you think of this film?
It was aight.
It
It wasn't bad. But it wasn't great either. I mean, I enjoyed it well enough, but it was just... It was a spy thriller, in all essence.
It's a slower spy thriller is the best way to describe it.
I would say the trailers make it seem like this, blood-pumping action flick.
Oh, it pumps blood for sure. That's one thing I'll say real quickly about this movie. If you're thinking, it's going to be like the Jason Bourne movies where people die, but they just kind of die and nothing happens. No, like at one point a dude gets his head ran over by a car and it's just blood all over the camera. And the beginning sequence, I'm going to spoil this. The guy's girlfriend dies, which you see in the fucking trailers. Yeah.
It starts him off on this quest, this mission to kill those responsible.
Yeah, kill the bad guys. But literally just people are getting mowed down and just spraying blood. It's not quite Kill Bill levels of, obtusely weird and...
But there's a reason why it's rated R.
Yeah. Like, there's only a few fucks here and there, though Michael Keaton has some of the best.
I was going to say, majority of them come from Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is easily one of the best things in this whole movie.
Yes, he's, fucking insane.
It's like, alright, Michael, just roll with whatever the scene is and just do what you do.
Yeah, he's savage in this movie. It's really entertaining to watch. Like, oh my god.
It's like, ooh.
It's like, don't mess with Batman.
Yeah, or don't mess with Birdman. Or don't mess with the Vulture. Puns, we got them. Sorry about culture, I had to steal it. Yeah, this is, though, a slower flick. I know spy thrillers can be slow. In fact, I even explained, Megan, yes, spy thrillers tend to be a little bit on the slower side. Like, Jason Bourne movies are all a little on the slower side. Except for Jason Bourne, which isn't just slow, it's pretty much anemic in terms of its pace. And not only that, but the camera will not fucking sit still all the time. But this, thankfully, the camera only gets a little shaky during the fights, but there's still, you can tell what's going on. Maybe the edit's a little too fast, but I mean, you're nitpicking at that point. Like, oh, that edit was half a second too fast. 0 star. But yeah, this is a movie, though, that it begins with a bang, and I think that kind of works to the movie's detriment. Because, it really...
It kind of sets up these expectations that it just kind of fails to meet.
Yeah, it never quite reaches the real crescendo that it began with, which is kind of not always a good idea. It's like you began Return of the Jedi with the Battle of Endor, and then the rest of the movie would just literally be them setting up the new government, and you're just watching pretty much a court battles and all that. It's like, alright, I'm changing channel now.
Yeah, it had action, but it slowed down a lot to progress the story, kind of explain things, and just
I would say it was less that it would slow down to progress the story. It slowed down a lot more to progress characterization. And that, again, it worked to the movie's detriment constantly because they're pretty much you have the main character played by, is his name Dylan O'Brien?
Mm-hmm.
He has the most Irish name I've ever heard. The only way his name could be more Irish is if he was Mickey McIrishin. Irishin? What is Irishin? But
I was
anyway.
full of non-words today.
And John's brain just left like 3 years ago. But, yeah, Dylan O'Brien, he plays a guy who obviously loses his girlfriend early on in the movie. After he just proposed to her. It's actually a very sweet scene, I will say that much. And not only that, but just show Dylan O'Brien can legitimately act. Like, he's not a powerhouse by any stretch of imagination.
Yeah.
He's not Ben Affleck from The Accountant. But he's pretty good in this, I would say.
Yeah, he's usually considered one of the best parts of Teen Wolf because...
Don't watch it.
Well, I am just letting you know that he's considered one of the best parts of Teen Wolf, partially because he can play, drama, these very, serious storylines, where, like, his character style is, like, losing his fucking mind. And then there's these other, like, dry humor, like, one-liners that he
can deliver with just that panache.
Yeah, he's, like, just the comedic timing is just, like...
Yeah, like I said, he's good with what he does. You're not going to walk away back, oh my god, like I said, to compare it to The Accountant, which feels a little mean. But to be fair, they're both September movies that didn't get rave reviews by critics, and on top of everything, they're both thrillers for the most part. This one leans more on spy and all this and other bullshit. While The Accountant is a whole other bag of tricks that you should still go see, buy it on DVD 12 times, I don't care.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but here, like I said, you get him losing his girlfriend, and then he tries to get back at the guys. If y'all think I'm going to spoil too much of this movie, I'm going to give y'all literally the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which he tries to get back at the terrorists, and he actually is able to infiltrate their cell, and he's going to try and kill them or take down as many as he can before they kill him. Instead, the CIA have been spying on him for obvious reasons, because he's been making contact with terrorists. Yeah. And they take out the entire cell, and he's...
Including the guy he was specifically trying to kill. And he was like, no! I was like...
Yeah, he's like, he was stabbing his dead body.
He was like, pulling him off like, dude, he's dead.
Yeah, he has a bullet in the brain. You don't survive that very often. But yeah, then he gets into being trained by the CIA because they see he has a passion, he has a drive, and an energy that they haven't seen in a while. And he gets trained by Michael Keaton, and then the plot kind of begins to move at that point.
Yeah.
But mind you, like I said, that's the first 15 or so minutes, and it's really good. It's like, ooh, this is really good. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, this is enjoyably as this is as enjoyable as possible. I mean, I was like, ooh, maybe I do have a contender for being this year The Accountant. I haven't had that just surprise film. I was like, I'm looking forward to it, but then it's like, oh, it completely blows away all my expectations. But then you get into his training, which I think Megan also agrees with me. It's really interesting because they have this totally fake VR thing that they have to like shoot people and constantly. Oh, what's his name? Michael Keaton's character is like
Hurley?
Yeah, Hurley. I think it's. Yeah, they keep referring to him by his last name, of course, because military stuff.
Yeah.
But he's purposely messing with him, and he's inserting the guy who he was wanting to kill, and he's trying to show it's like this guy is a little too hot-headed.
But it's not the target one of the targets that he's been assigned, and so they keep shocking him. He just like keeps going, keeps trying to shoot this guy, and Michael Keaton's impressed.
Yeah, he is at least impressed by the fact that he's willing to just keep going despite he's pretty much all but been disabled.
Meanwhile, everyone else that's doing that training is like,
they
what?
quit quick.
The firm's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. But his training, like I said, it's actually really interesting. I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool. This is one I quite was expecting. And then you get introduced to
and learn how to kill someone in a very interesting way. It's like, okay, that's good to know, I guess.
But then the plot actually starts, and it introduces Taylor Kitsch, and boy, he's still lacking in all charisma. I love Taylor Kitsch mostly because he's so, I hate to go with the pun, he's kitschy. He's just that blob of black holeness, inability to truly invest you in 100% of a scene, but he could still pull off some great looking action. John Carter's a perfect example of this. If y'all have never seen John Carter, it is actually a really damn good movie. He is the weakest link out of it all, just because he completely shows he does not give a single shit. He's almost like a Sam Worthington in an odd way of putting it. Sam Worthington, is that the right guy? The guy from
Avatar?
Yeah, Avatar. And,
Yeah, that's Sam Worthington.
Yeah, Sam Worthington, I really like the guy. Damn, does he seem like he totally doesn't give a damn in any single movie he's in. He's like, I'm here, I'm going to give a somewhat decent performance. Nothing that you can give me a Razzie for, but nothing I could ever be considered good for. Which is sad because his part in Terminator Salvation was actually really good. But that's a whole other thing I'm going to eventually get into one of these days. I have a video in mind I'm going to touch upon. But like, when Taylor Kitsch gets introduced, you learn that he's trying to build a nuclear bomb, and that's the plot. He's trying to make nukes. But it's just one, for reasons.
And it's not really a spoiler that he was trained also by Hurley.
Yeah, I mean, if you've watched the previews for 5 seconds, you understand. So not only that, but learn he's the bad guy is not a surprise. Though I will say, he's at least seems like he was trying to have fun with his role. And also, Taylor Kitsch, one thing, I don't care if you actually are Southern, don't try a Southern accent. You are almost Kenneth Branagh levels of bad Southern accent. Because don't you just hate that song? And bang. Yeah, though it's almost just enough corniness from his performance and also that Southern accent he tried to do. It fades and it goes from different areas. Like at one point it sounds very Texan, then other points it sounds very Atlanta, and then another time it shifts over to Mississippi. I'm like, choose an accent, stick with it, dude. We don't all sound the same. Trust me, I'm already gonna get shit when I go to California because I sound like a Texan. Be like, yeah, where are you from? Y'all say that like that, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. I'm not violent at all.
Not like me playing video games.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, eventually, whenever this plot begins, they have to start tracking down Taylor Kitsch, and the movie, for best way to describe it, grinds to a halt.
Yeah, it does that a few times, unfortunately. It just kind of stops the action, stops really the story to help set up the next part of the story, I guess.
Yeah.
It just... It's like, oh my god, it's like nothing is happening. It's like, please something happen.
And it's not just action-wise, but like plot moving forward is what
yeah, it's like, we're not really learning anything new. They're just, I guess, setting it up so we can learn something new eventually, but...
But none of it ever feels revolutionary in terms of learning something. Like, it would have been something if, I'm going to spoil a little here, Hurley's not a bad guy. But it would have been something if they actually, did that. I personally wouldn't have liked it as much, but at least it would have been something to allude to. Mm. There's no real...
It would have made no sense, personally, but...
Yeah. But there's no real good... There's no twist, which is good, but also bad, because the movie is incredibly straightforward. But that means all of this characterization they kind of do here and there feels hollow. Like anything outside of Taylor Kitsch, Hurley, and Dylan O'Brien, any characterization they do, and they actually do quite a bit with this one lady who you learn she is a double spy. I'm going to ruin that bit, but I'm not going to tell you who she is. Because there's actually quite a few ladies. Ha ha ha, I will make you guess this that much. That big, they treat it like it's a huge reveal.
But then they do nothing with it.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't feel like it's important. It's like, and then they talk about family and all this and that, and it comes a fuck out of left field, and you're like, why does any of this matter? Can we get back to people being shot, or can we get back to like some kind of a spy thriller?
Yeah.
And like they constantly want to mention about Taylor Kitsch, who he goes by the moniker the Ghost.
Yeah.
Like he did something bad, but we never learn what it is. It's like he's just a bad guy because he's bad.
Yeah, pretty much he's gone rogue and he couldn't follow orders. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and they hint that something happened to him, but they don't. I think they say like at one point he got tortured, but I mean, other than that, it's like, so that just changed him bad? That's
and
weird.
He blames Hurley for making him into the monster that he is. For training him.
Yeah. Which actually leads to, like, even though that revelation, it's barely a revelation, it's kind of, okay, whoopee. It actually leads to probably the best scene in the entire film, because he's trying to torture Michael Keaton Hurley. And Michael Keaton I just said, he just, that day went, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want to. And he's just psychotic in the best way.
He's savage in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And he just has some of the best lines there.
He just tortured him, tasted like a champ.
Yeah, he takes it like he almost expects him back. Oh, come on, you pussy, you can do better than that.
Oh, that's all you got.
Yeah, it's like awesome.
That's like.
But once they do that, it's kind of near the ender part of the film is the best way I can put it. Ender sounds stupid, but still. It's closer to the end of everything, and it feels like, okay, we're starting to tick back up, and there's this big thing that happens at the end, and boom, movie ends. It ends on a fairly decent note, I guess. Just it felt like there was such a good beginning. Like the first 20, maybe 30 minutes of this movie are really good. The next 45 minutes aren't that good. They're kind of mediocre at best. But then the last 15 minutes are good again. They're not as good as the beginning, which is still kind of weird. But it's a well enough movie, though, that I think if you went to go see it, you wouldn't be disappointed. You wouldn't walk out of it going, oh my god, worst spy thriller of all. I don't know how honest this is to the book. Again, this is one of those that I don't give that many shits towards. One, I don't have a personal connection with the book. Two, this is kind of a Vince Flynn novel, so who kind of really gives a shit? It's sort of like if people talked about the fact that the Jack Reacher novels aren't 100%, or the Jack Reacher movies aren't 100% faithful. I'm like, as long as it's faithful to the character how they've created it, I don't care that much. Sort of like with my Death Note review, I didn't mind that they borrowed barely from the manga and remade certain things. Just my issue was that they didn't do anything interesting with any of it. This is just like, there's interesting, but it feels too scatterbrained at times.
Well, it's kind of like with Runaway Jury. They surprisingly changed a lot of stuff for the movie, but surprisingly, it was actually an improvement. I later read the book. It's like, oh my, this is so boring. I can't even root for the main character, Nicholas Easter. Nicholas, whatever the hell his damn name is.
Nick, fuck him in the butt. Who cares?
Yeah, John Cusack's character.
Yeah, but yeah, this I think it's good. It's again, you're not going to walk out of this movie blown away. I think if you don't have as much of a willingness to sit around and wait for your action movie to kind of pick up, you're going to be a little bored, but it's an alright spy thriller. It's just of a slower variety, especially, like I said, it doesn't help that the beginning's really good, and then it never...
Yeah, it kind of sets up the expectations, like I said, and just kind of...
Yeah, it's like making out with somebody who's really good at kissing, and they have a huge dong, but they can do nothing with it.
Personal experience, babe?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, man. You're such a goofball.
And Megan is turning red now. So, any more you want to add to this?
No, I think we about covered it all without...
Spoil it. Because that's the one thing I'll say we don't really want to spoil too much.
We're trying not to, though. I think we...
I spoiled a little, but even then, it's like, you can get
I've talked a lot about the movie.
Yeah. It's like, we're not going to break it down plot scene by plot scene because, like I said, the big thing that hurts this movie is just weirdness of this tepid pace it takes in the second act.
Yeah, it really is a pacing issue.
Mm-hmm.
Or pacing.
Pacing.
But yeah, it really is a pacing issue of like, okay, now things are happening. Now we're gonna slow down. We're gonna stop everything.
We're gonna take a coffee break.
Then we're gonna pick things back up, and it's like full speed ahead, and again.
Yeah.
It's like put on the brakes. It's like, God, it's like pick a pace.
Yeah, it's bad whenever you have a movie like Hitman's Bodyguard, which it did have like those pretty much purposeful set piece moments.
Yeah.
Moments.
I knew what you meant.
That's the scary part. But at least it had interesting little character bits. It had comedy in between. This just had character bits with very little non-comedy. Though somebody laughed at something in it, and it was near the end, and they were damn proud of their laugh, I guess. Because it was almost one of those echoing, boisterous sounding laughs.
Are you talking about the elevator thing? The elevator scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, la ha ha ha! What the hell did an evil
it's like, okay,
arch villain walk in?
Yeah, it's kind of a little like, It's like, oh yeah. Not really. It's like, it's not really that funny, people.
I leaned over to Megan and went, the fuck was so funny? Did I miss something?
No, all I know is why people were on their damn phones. The few people we had in our theater.
I guess it's because the movie was a little boring in the middle, but there was one lady, she literally sat there on her phone till about 45 minutes in. I almost wanted to go. I could only see it just because she was at least somewhat nice to turn the brightness all the way down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I almost wanted to go, so, anything good on Facebook?
I was like, why?
I don't know why people pay money to go sit on Facebook the whole time. I don't know.
I know I've ranted about this before. It's like, why do people pay money to go see a movie just to be on their phone the whole damn time? You're like, oh, like, you're not even watching the damn movie.
I guess people just have money to burn.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
So, what would you give this movie in terms of a score? What do you think is a good score you could give it?
Like I said, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. I enjoyed it well enough. I give it a 7.
I'm going to 100% agree with Megan. It could teeter more towards a 6. I might have to watch it again just to see if it's going to go further down. Like, I don't think this could ever get above a 7. But I still think, though, it's entertaining enough, especially with the first act of the movie, and that last bit, the last act, like the last 15 minutes of it, are good enough to warrant a watch. And not only that, but Michael Keaton really kills it. He's well worth the ticket price alone because he's hilariously insane. So, yeah, that's American Assassin for you. Try to remember what's next week.
It's
Oh yeah, next week there will be 2 movie reviews. I'm gonna guarantee that for y'all. I'm gonna definitely go try and see this one. Maybe wants to go see Kingsman 2. I'm gonna try and show her the first one soon. But then I know definitely gonna take her to see Ninjago because I know she's looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to more trailers. I keep seeing it, keep making me giggle.
Yeah, I'm more looking forward to that than Kingsman.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's like Lego so far has not put up a bad movie. Mind you, this is their 3rd movie.
And fingers crossed, knock on wood. Shush.
But also, here's the thing. I originally thought this was a terrible idea for it to be their 3rd movie in this little franchise they're creating. But then I saw a trailer and I laughed my ass off the entire time because it was stupid as hell, but it's fun. Yeah. So, yeah, next week will definitely be 2 reviews. I'm hoping Megan will be with me on both of them, but Megan might only be in one of them, which will be Ninjago for sure.
Just depends on show times.
Well, I'm going to take you to go see Ninjago. I'm going to be nice that way. Just Kingsman, though.
If we can find a decent show time like on Saturday, because you don't have to work on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see how everything all kind of works out. So, we'll see how, like I said, the weekend progresses for us. And still, y'all, I'm sorry. I wish I can give a better idea of what's going to happen when I'm away in October. like I said, I'm gonna still try and put stuff out. I'm just not sure how the movie review is gonna work. We'll see and everything. Probably be on a different camera, know anything. So, until next week, we'll see you all later. So, bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.